What's up, YouTube? This is going to be a deck profile of the deck I've been using. Uh, it was requested, so I'm going to get straight into it. One Dark Arm. I'm playing an all dark deck. I can manipulate the grave, and it's still a good boss monster when you do draw it, drop it. So yeah, one Zombie Master, and you guys are probably thinking why only one, or what's your reason for one? And my reason for one is, to me, whenever I have Zombie Master at anything more than one, I tend to open up with it, and that's not what I want to do in this deck. I want to get my engine going, so I don't want to open up Zombie Master. And most of the time, when I do use Zombie Master, it's still a good card, but it's really only for the OTK. I really don't use it any other time because any other time I'd rather summon a Unizombie or a Tristan or something. So, or a Goblin Zombie or something like. So it's not really too optimal for me, but that's just how I view Zombie Master because of my personal thing. You can try to. You could probably cut this Dark Arm and put a second Zombie Master in, but that's completely up to you. Three Tristans because this card gets back itself, Unizombie, Isolde, and a Zombie Master, and it's 1800, and it goes to 21 when you control another zombie. So that is very good, and I love plus ones. So I really I like running it. It's a good card. It's a good beater, and like if you want to just take the game slow, you can just summon Tristan, and just keep getting it back, you know. So three Mizukis because three Monster Reborns is, I mean, really? Do I have to explain three Mizukis? It's three Monster Reborns, three Goblin Zombies. A lot of people run two. Like a lot of zombie decks I see, they only run two Goblin Zombies. I don't understand it. I did run two for a while in real life, but then I was like, well, why am I running two when I need to see this card? This is basically before Unizombie came out. It's pretty much the best card in your deck. To me, it's the best card because it searches everything. It searches literally everything, including a copy of itself. So I love seeing this card opening. So I personally run three because to me it's just why if you can have a card to search every card in your deck, why would you not play three of it? That's just my thought about that. Two Isoldes, you don't want run is too less. Too few, and three is too much. You don't really want to see this every opening hand, so you don't run three, and you do not want to not see it, and you do not want to use one and just basically be out of using any other time. Like sometimes you might open up these two together, but if it's at one, that's a less likely chance. And then you don't want this to get like, let's say they somehow get rid of this and that's your only copy. Like, come on, like you can't do that. This card is too good not to have. Only have one copy. Two copies just seems to work best for me. Three unit zombies. It's the best card in the deck. It's what fuels the deck. Is the engine of the deck. Is the heart and soul of the deck. I don't even know what else to say. Sends to the graveyard and it discards from your hand. What else could you want? It's Allure, two instant fusions, two Book of Life. I run two Book of Life because it's another, once again, it's a Munch Reborn and a DD Crow. So sometimes when you're going against certain decks, that DD Crow really helps. And even if they do like get rid of it, it does with the effect. Not the effect, but the ruling is even if they do get rid of your what's the name, you still banish from their grave. So that's also good. Two Dark Holes because monster destruction is good. You pretty much want this because if they clear your board, or it's just necessary because you're playing I say slow. A lot of people call it slow. I don't see it as really that slow, but it's a slow deck, and sometimes people can not people, but decks can overswarm, and you really can't get over that without getting rid of their whole board. Like Burning Abyss, they were swarmed about 3-4 monsters a turn, and you really need to get rid of their board. Besides, like a Black Rose player or something, you need something where you can get over their board so you can go off. Book of Moon, Burial, and My Tech DDR. This card is good, real good. A lot of stuff gets banished. Mizuki gets banished most of the time. Allure can banish off something. And when you drop a Dark Arm, you can banish. When you can get one of them banished darks, or if your opponent banishes something in your grave, you could DDR it back. This card is just, it's good. It's my little personal attack. Uh, It's not really required in the deck, but I just like the card because it helps me go off. Three Zombie World. Um, Three Zombie World is perfect. It basically cuts out the only bad thing about Unizombi's effect, which means all these can attack. Every single one of these can attack. When you have Zombie World, you can Mizuki any one of these back. When you have Zombie World, you can Noden. You can get back your Noden. You can book a life any of these. I mean, it just works too good in this deck. And Isolde can pump up anything if you want to do that. Uh, Bottomless and two Mirror Force. I run two Mirror Force because I run Soul Transition, and I with Soul Transition you can't special summon, and you Western it. You're gonna get rid of your only monster on board most of the time. So if you do that, they're gonna think that it's open game, and they're gonna try to attack you. They just try to run you out basically, and then that's when you flip the Mirror Force or the Torrential pretty much, and these are just flip field clearers on their turn, and then you got these two field clearers on your turn. So you always need some type of defense because with Soul Transition, you're not going to have any. Most of the time, probably about 95% of the time when you Soul Transition, you're not going to have anything on the board. So instead of being OTK'd when you do that, you gotta have some miracle. You gotta have something to stop what they're doing. Torrential, self-explanatory. Three Soul Transition. Everything in here is level 4 or can be level 4. So this card is just it's really good for this deck because I contribute off a Goblin Zombie, a Tristan that's going to get me something back, and a Unizombie that sent a Mizuki, a Zombie Master that got negated by something. Basically, whatever you want. If you're attacking to something, they activate Mirror Force or something. You can Soul Transition. You can. They try to Dark Hole you or MST. Like, it's just a good card. You tribute and you draw two. So I'm usually you want to use it with a Goblin Zombie or a unit zombie because this can send this, and basically you can get your plays. You can basically get your plays off while you're drawing two cards. So, I mean, it's not gonna hurt you unless you use it like on a zombie master. Even then, it's still not gonna really hurt you like that. It is basically just more draw power in this deck, so you can just speed it up. Two Fiendish Chains. You need something to negate, and I was running Valor, but I don't know. I just like Fiendish Chain better because it does stop attacks. Two Call of the Hunnits is it's basically extra reborn. It's special summons. I mean, you just need to get your combo off. This with a Unizombie, I mean that's a level 8 already. Uh, it's just good. You can call Hunter this back. You call the Noden back. It's just a good card in general. One warning. Onto the extra deck, two Nodens, a Beazle, a Void, a Blader, Scrap Dragon, Dark End, Stardust, Clear Wing, Black Rose, two Zombie Steins. I'm thinking about running three because this card is just amazing. Uh, this 4,500 is really what makes this card what it is. Is that when you hit somebody with 4,500, you pretty much can win the game most of the time. As you can see in my duels, when you get somebody gets hit with 4,500, they pretty much lose. 21. I mean, not 21, but Silent Honors Arc 101, Castell, and a Dweller. Uh, I know you probably thinking why I run this. This card really, if you've been watching my duels, this card really comes in handy when you need another dark to go to Zombie Slime. Like this card is really good. It gets around like Ice and Fire. I know that's not really too much popular right now, but it gets around a lot of cards that can't be destroyed or activates when they're destroyed. So I really enjoy this card. I took it out for a couple of duels and I really regretted it, but yeah, Dark End is really a good card, and also it's a dark level 8, so you can use it with a Beazle or Void and go into a Zombie Stein, or you can just pump Izo to an 8 and go into a level 8. I mean, go into a Zombie Stein. So that's another reason why it's in there. But yeah, that's pretty much the deck that I'm playing. Yeah, that's about it. I should be uploading, not uploading, but yeah, uploading a card review on the new zombies that came out. So you guys look forward to that. But until next time, I'm out.